Hey everybody, happy Friday, Freeform Friday. I haven't focused anything. Oh well, I'll do that in a minute. It's been a bit of a hectic Friday. Seems to be a theme for this week. But anyway, no, she was streaming last night and said it. So welcome to Freeform Fridays on the Beading Dreams stream. This is the stream where I pick a project that is interesting to me and I create it from start to finish on stream. Since it was a hectic day, I literally just picked out this project like 15 minutes ago. Whenever I got on stream, that's pretty much, thank you ASO, pretty much when I picked out the project. So this actually though is one that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I had it on stream way back at the beginning of quarantine when I think I was still streaming from my home, and it got canceled for some reason. I can't even remember why I canceled it, but something happened and this stream never actually happened, and I was kind of sad about that because I was actually quite looking forward to doing the project. So, and then I had completely unrelated to that, I have a couple of darling clients who I wanted to make some little mementos for, and those clients are known for coming to our store and drinking champagne. So I have two Gruet corks, which is the favorite champagne of both of these lovely ladies, and we're going to do this with them today. I'm going to make them into, these are necklaces I think that are actually on the photograph, but I'm going to make them into keychains for them because I was uncorking champagne the other day. I was like, that would be a really fun project. So we're going to see how this goes. I tried to pick an easy one since it's the, not quite the end, but almost the end of a pretty crazy week, which is coming after another pretty crazy week. And also, you know, I'm a year older, which just makes me slower or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, easy project, but really a fun little memento project. I think, and also a good way to upcycle something that might normally be thrown away. So all of these are good things. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and focus my hand camera because I did not do that. Oh, also, right, my light totally hit the decks.
Oh yes,
last night when I wasn't even standing here. Yes. So hold on, I need to fix that too. Yeah, I wasn't even near here. we were in the, not in the front of the store, but in the middle of the store. And yeah, I just heard it let go. So I think this is telling me I need some sort of better clamp situation. I don't know why this clamp hates this table so much, but this clamp really hates this table a lot. Like a lot. Like
a lot.
Yeah. Also, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey is occasionally still difficult for me. Never really, it took me a long time to learn my right and left as a kid, which is funny since I was a dancer. You have an on switch. Okay, now let's see what is the view there? Oh dear, ouch. Oh, hey, look, there's light. That's better. Okay, so I think, because I'm going to be doing some wire wrapping and such, so I think we want about like that. Let's see. So how's everybody out there doing? I've been telling you all about my day. How was your day? I mean, I probably kind of know how Heather's day was. Right? Seriously.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I learned that trick until well after I already knew my right from my left, and I was like, wow, I wish somebody had shown me that, you know, years ago. Okay, so alright, so that's something like Adrian. Alright, so I think what I want to do is I'm gonna stamp two little hearts with the word cheers, and I'm going to hang those from the center of the charm. I'm going to do a couple of little beaded bits. I'm going to pull them all up into a cone, and then I'm going to wrap it all together and put it on a keychain, and hopefully it's going to look cool and not stupid. So I got lots of supplies in front of me. Hopefully I have everything I need. Chances are I probably don't, because that's just kind of how things are working for me this week. But so I'm going to start just kind of doing my prep work for the various bits of this. I'm going to start with my little cheers hearts. So these are little, they're just little aluminum hearts, and I don't generally like to use the aluminum stampings on jewelry because they have no weight to them.
I found something.
Oh my god, it's me! Okay. It's all good. I forgot that you were coming by. So yes, old friend and former coworker who we haven't seen in a million years, Miss Amy
I
Connell.
love your glasses. Hi. I didn't think you'd be here. It's birthday.
Well, you know me. Working on my birthday is
I know.
kind of
I
a
saw her
thing.
running outside, and I was like, I didn't think you'd be here. It's her birthday. And he goes, yeah, I know. But it's her birthday, and she's Allison. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Everyone.
it's all right. There's all 3 people on there at the moment. So I'm going to take my little hearts and I'm going to stamp the word cheers on the side. So I've got my bench block here. I've got my household hammer here. It's actually a new little stubby household hammer, which I love. And I'm going to use my 3mm letter stamps. So I need the word C. C is a word, but I need the letter C, H, E, R, S, and I grabbed my punctuation set so that I can do an exclamation point, because I feel like the word cheers always needs an exclamation point. So, cheers! See, it's just, without the exclamation point, it's just cheers.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same ring to it. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to put this on my bench block, and I'm going to wing it. I can hear everyone out there on stream going, you know how your week has been. This is not the time where you want to be winging things on stream. You guys are right. Thank you for being, smarter than me. So what I'm going to do, E-E-R-S exclamation point. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is, it's been a minute since I've done a stamping tutorial, so I'll try and put a proper stamping tutorial on. Oh, for goodness sakes, camera, get over it. Wing it or, oh my god, that needs to be on the button list. Wing it or fling it. Or for me, it's more like wing it, then fling it. But anyway, so I'll put a proper stamping tutorial on in the next couple of weeks. But basically, if you're stamping and you want to make sure it stays centered on whatever you're doing, you need to find the middle, and what you're going to use, you're going to go from the middle to the end. That is an exclamation point. See, my camera just doesn't like the white paper any more than it likes my white skin. And then I'm going to go from the middle to the beginning. So the fun thing about this is that, I'm just going to be eyeballing the middle of this, but I think it's about there. So ERS exclamation point is my first stamping. So ERS. So when you're using metal stamps, of course, the printed side is the side that needs to stay towards you. And I'm going to try and kind of actually make this go up the side of my stamping. This may or may not work. So we are going to see. So much buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. All right. When you're stamping, make sure your stamp is flat against the metal. And you just want to hit one good blow with your hammer. E-R. The one good thing about the aluminum blanks is that they are really easy to stamp on because they're very soft. Okay, and so I have my ERS. What's my opinion of enamel paint markers and pens for stamping, like for putting in the letters? I think they're great. I'm not normally that high tech. Normally I just put Sharpie in, but I usually only do black. If you want colors, yeah, the paint markers are great. I've seen some really cool stuff done with it. So EHC. and the word cheers will just barely fit on this little heart, but fit it will. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to attempt to replicate this on my other one. Since I have this and I know that it's like such a tight fit, I'm actually going to start with the C on this one because I'm afraid if I get my spacing even a little off here, it's not going to fit. So on this one, we're starting with the C. And I'm just going to snug it as close into that little corner as I can. Alright, and then the H. Double E. And I accidentally grabbed my 6mm punctuation stamps, but I kind of like the fact that the exclamation point is very excited. Cool. Yeah, and I will say, okay, so there's my second one. So stamping done. Now time to put away stamps before I forget. But yeah, so even a black one, like the enamel paint markers are going to stay better than the Sharpie, which tends to be my go-to, especially if your piece is going to be worn a lot. Like all my ones that I wear in the shower and whatnot that I have done with the Sharpie, every once in a while I have to redo those. So the enamel paint marker is a more permanent solution for that problem. Get under there. Get under there. Cool. And of course we want to make sure we put the letters back in the right slots, because if we don't, that tends to lead to much sadness down the line. C. R. S. H. Ta-da. Okay. So now, of course, in order to hang these on my keychains, I've got to put a hole in them. So I'm going to do that with my screw down metal punch. I think I'm done with the bench block and the household hammer as well. All right, so screw down metal punch. And since this isn't a piece of jewelry, it's just a keychain, I am going to wing it on the hole. I'm comfortable with winging that. So we're just going to punch. Say that. Alright, we're just gonna put that in our punch. Punch the hole. Hey, new people! 2 new people! How's everybody doing? Happy Friday! Happy Freeform Friday! I think that went all the way through the metal. Okay, so there's my hole. So screw-down metal punches are nice just for the portability of them. No, there's nothing you can do with a screw-down metal punch that you probably can't do faster and more efficiently with a drill, but if you're traveling with your work, let me just tell you from experience that these are a hell of a lot easier to pack. And since we're finally getting back into a state of, you know, the world where people can travel, it's definitely something that's, you know, going to become a consideration again, whereas, you know, for a year and a half, like, I didn't have to move any of my setup any further than from, you know, Beading Dreams to my home and back again a couple of times because shut down, unshut down, technical difficulties, etc., etc. Okay, so there's that hole. All right, so I've got 2 little cheers hearts. Now I need to drill my corks. So I have just decided that I've decided things. Be right back. Okay, so I was going to use this drill bit, and I just decided that this is really excessively large, because all that really needs to go through this cork is a piece of 22 gauge wire. But as the drill bits get thinner, they also get shorter. So I am abysmal at drilling from one side and then drilling from the other side and meeting my holes. I'm so bad at it. I think I'm the worst at it. So I want to make sure that I have a drill bit that's long enough that I can go through that cork all in one fell swoop. And no, it might not be completely centered. Actually, let's not kid ourselves. It's definitely not going to be completely centered, but at least it will be a complete hole. If I try and do it the other way, that actually might not happen. So I'm going to grab my flex shaft, and I'm going to, of course, change to a bigger collet nut, because this is one of my complaints about Dremels, is the fact that they don't just have a universal infinite size collet nut that comes standard with the tool. It's you've got to buy everything separately, and that is one of the reasons I love my flex shaft, is because it does have an infinite size collet nut. Now the downside to my flex shaft is it only goes so big, so it really won't take a drill bit any bigger than that first one that I showed you, which for most jewelry applications is fine. Every once in a while I find I need a bigger one. That's when I just bust out the Makita. Okay, so I just unscrewed that. I'm going to put my new collet nut in. I'm going to drop my collet over there, and
Happy birthday to you.
I'm being threatened with fire.
Happy birthday to you. Happy non-flammable birthday, dear Allison.
What in the world is going on?
The sparklers did not last very long.
That's awesome. So I've been caked, and these were sparklers, which I'm assuming were lit at the front of the store, which is a solid, what, maybe 20 feet away from me, and they already have burned out. But I've been officially caked for my birthday stream. I also switched the numbers so that they tell my actual age. Thank you, Heather. So, public service announcement from the Beading Dreams stream. If you get the birthday sparklers, they last apparently as long as some of my college boyfriends.
Oh, that was the best.
But now I've misplaced my drill bit. There was singing and fire and fiery smells, and oh, it's on the floor. Ouch. Sorry, that was a whole lot of random noises for just me getting back up on the stool. Okay, so screw that in and tighten it down. Oh dear, did that comment lose me a viewer? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to drill my cork. We hope. So, so first of all, just 1 second. Okay, safety is a thing. I'm crappy at it, okay? You should not be operating a rotary tool with your hair down, wearing a flowy, floofy-ass kimono. But, you know, it is what it is here in the bead store world. Also, you should be wearing eye protection, preferably safety glasses instead of just regular glasses. And if you are possessed of a drill press, that's actually the ideal tool for this. I have a drill press for my other rotary tool, but it don't work so well. So at some point I'll get that set back up. But just those, those are things to think about. Now I'm going to once again drill this in a completely unsafe manner. Don't you love the internet? Alright, so we're just going to try my best to stay straight. Okay, well, not too bad. It's a little off center from where I started, but it's not actually awful. Also, now there's cork dust all over my boobs. Okay, so 2 corks drilled all the way through. The good news is that corks are not particularly stout material. So if you don't have, excuse me for a second. If you don't have a power drill of any kind, you can probably do this with even a hand drill, no problem. Also, if you don't have a rotary tool type of power drill, if you just have like an honest to goodness, you know, Makita style power drill, you can probably do this with that as well because it's not particularly precise. You don't need a whole lot of... Woohoo! Robin is out in the world, meeting friends for dinner and music. Oh my gosh! Remember people when that was a thing that we used to do like on the regular? Like this whole re-socializing, acclimatizing to the world is. Sorry, so I just read your comment and I'm really glad I didn't spit soda out my nose. Yes. Just like an awesome party in college, waking up with cork dust on your boobs. I mean, really.
That sounds like an awesome party anytime.
Okay, so now I'm gonna make, all right, so I made my little cheers things. Now I'm gonna make my little tassel-y bits. I've got some head pins here. I do have my trusty wire working tools here. 1, 2, 3. And I have some pieces of chain here because what I'm envisioning, which may or may not work, is I'm kind of envisioning this being the bottom piece and then my beads essentially and my little cheers coming down from here. But the thing is, if I just put all these on head pins and try and put them up in this cone, it's going to be really stiff and they're going to be sticking out at all weird angles and it's not going to be pretty. So I'm just going to use some little pieces of chain, and I don't really want my pieces of chain to show, so I'm only going to make them pretty much just the depth of my cone. So that is, once I put a wire wrap on there, that's literally 2 links of chain. And I know and I know that seems practically pointless, but it really isn't. So I'm going to do 6. Oh, and I want my middle one to be a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 pieces at 2 links long. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to do 2 pieces at 3 links long because I want that bottom one to just go, just hang down with that little cheers just a little bit lower. Okay, so now I get to figure out what beads am I going to use. Okay, well, Sally, I think, gets orange and red, sunshine colors, and Linda gets watercolors. That wasn't very difficult at all. So I just have a fun mix of, like, I've got some crystals and some more crystals and some more crystals. So yeah, these are going to be sparkly, which, I mean, you know, we like our sparkly here at the Beading Dreams, and our clients like their sparkly as well. So I think that should go over pretty well.
It's better than the sparkler.
But the sparklies will go over much better than the sparklers did, for sure. Well, at least, hopefully, you guys got to enjoy them. Let's see, 1, 2. Well, that's totally fair of your mom to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you ever do decorate, I do expect you to start an OnlyFans
Yes.
so that at least someone can enjoy it.
You don't necessarily have to tag Beading Dreams. But you know what? We'll take any business.
The problem with this is all the little crystals fall to the bottom. of the thing, and I need little crystals. And there
Do you
are...
need assistance?
No, just need gravity to reverse itself for just a minute.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Actually, I feel like it probably wouldn't from a scientific perspective.
I don't know if the ceiling could withstand my sudden approach.
Okay, well, to be fair, the ceiling's not very sturdy.
Yeah.
Oh, ASO has created an OnlyFans. Okay, well, we eagerly await the launch of ASO's OnlyFans.
Do we?
We
we do.
Come on,
We
we
do.
support our viewers just like they support us. Hey, 2 more people. Hi, everybody. Happy Freeform Friday. It's been a bit of a wacky Friday here at Beading Dreams because it's my birthday. And there were, among other things, sparklers that didn't sparkle for very long.
I got to enjoy them.
And cat towels, which was also quite fun.
Yes.
And other cool stuff. So it's been a bit of a wacky day. And then people coming after hours, who we like, not annoying people coming after hours, but you know, people who we like coming after hours, and then, you know, just general stuff. Okay, so I've got, all right, parts there, parts here. Okay, and wire. All right, I think I'm ready to put this together. Let me just do a quick roll call of my parts. I've got my cheerses. I've got my 2 sets of beads, fire colors for Sally, watercolors for Linda. And I've got my 2 corks, and I've got assorted metal hardware, caps and cones and beads and things. Got my 2 keychains. Hey, Heather, can you just grab me 2 small, or like our standard silver tone split rings? Thank you. Whenever I'm making a wire wrapped keychain, I always like to wire wrap it onto a split ring or a soldered ring, and then put that onto the actual keychain ring itself. I don't know why, I just feel like it makes it more finished. Thank you. Alright, so I'm using some 20 gauge wire to put this together. For once, I'm not using sterling, I'm just using craft wire in the 22 gauge, because I don't feel the need to use sterling on a keychain. So, basic wire wrapping. This is something, of course, on the Beading Dream stream that we love, and we do a lot. And we have lots of tutorials on it, and probably another 1 or 2 upcoming in the future, because it is literally one of the most useful things you can teach yourself. Since this isn't a proper tutorial, I'm just going to kind of narrate quickly once, and then I'm going to knock out the rest of these. So my vision here is 3 tassels, 2 of which have beads at the end, or not tassels, strands making a single tassel, 2 of which have beads at the end, and 1 of which has my little cheers pendant at the end. So these little teardrops on the head pins are going to be the ends of my bead strands. So I bend my wire away from me, rotate my pliers up. Did you all see me almost just go in that without narrating it? Bring my wire back up over the top and down. After I said that I would, I'm such a liar. Starting to make a loop around the pliers. Bring your pliers up, underneath. That's Our Lady with the scarf. Now, I don't have anything to link her to at the moment, so we're just going to hold across her head, and we're going to wrap. Ta-da! And trim. And press your end down. So this is what your proper wire wrap loop should look like. Okay, so you should have a nice round loop, should be centered over your bead. You should have however many you want, really. I did 3. Nice, tight, neat is the word I'm looking for, coils. So now we do that with our other 3 head pin pieces. So yeah, basic wire wrapping, really useful skill, you know, one you've seen me do on stream a lot, because it has pretty much endless applications. It really does. I'm not actually, like, you know, there's no secret wire wrapping syndicate that's paying me to say all of this. So if there's a secret wire wrapping syndicate out there, you're more than welcome to hire me to say all this, and I will happily do it. But it just really is just insanely useful. Also, if anybody who is watching follows Albie Clay, who is one of our newer stream viewers, super fun and sweet. She does polymer clay. It's her birthday as well today, and she said she was going to be streaming last night at some point today. I had an insanely busy day, so if she did stream today already and I missed it, I'm sorry if I'm sending everyone on a wild goose chase. But if you see Albie Clay is live pop-up on your stream, notifications, pop over there and just wish her a happy birthday. She was feeling a little down and out last night, I think. She was having a 26 turning 27 crisis.
Okay.
So, you know, it happens.
I had that exact same crisis when I turned 47.
Fair. So far, I'm okay with 42, and I am the answer. Also, I'm somewhat disappointed with the nerdy pie slice of my friends who didn't get the reference.
Seriously, what the heck?
Like, and everyone was super sweet on my Facebook. I just posted this morning, I am the answer. And everyone took it as an invitation to guess what's the question, and they said super sweet things about me, but no, guys, it was really just a Douglas Adams reference and me telling y'all that I'm 42.
It wasn't deep and fishing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you know, everyone's really sweet, but I really didn't mean to be this attention seeking. Like, that's not typically how I roll. All right.
No.
So now I'm going to use a smaller intermediary bead to link this onto my chain. So that means double-ended basic wire wrap. So I made my lady with the scarf, and I'm going to take this and just feed it up that wire, pop it into my loop like so, and then hold across. Ta-da. Hold across like so, and wrap 2 times, 3 times. You know, these are all fine. And then I'm going to put on my smaller bead. Make sure you neat everything up and tuck the ends in. And then I'm going to put on, I've got just a 6mm crystal in this cool, like, purple AB color. So that's going to go on there. And then another basic wire wrap loop, which would be super awesome if I could keep on camera. Yeah. Let's see. I'm happy to say that Ziggy Stardust brought me 0 birthday presents today.
That is
Since presents,
good news.
yeah, from Ziggy Stardust tend to have wings and or fur and be usually formerly living. So actually very happy that my fur child chose not to get me a birthday gift. Also, you know, he doesn't get much of an allowance, so he really just kind of has to go with whatever he can find for presents. And once again, usually have wings or fur and be formerly living. So yes, so good news there. And other than that, it's been a pretty, I mean, it's been a little bit of a hectic birthday, but a good one. It's not been as productive a birthday as I wanted. I have a significant project due tomorrow and then another significant project due on Sunday, and I made exactly 0 progress on either of those projects today. So that's always, you know, mildly panic-inducing. All right, since I'm not doing a good job of
By
keeping...
Sunday, do you mean Monday?
I do mean Monday.
Okay.
By Sunday, I totally mean Monday.
Okay.
But still, slightly panic-inducing.
I was worried that you had 3.
No, just the same, just the 2 that you know about.
Okay. Yeah, I also made little progress on one of those projects that we're both working on.
All right, so
But
again,
at least I made the right size bracelets
that's
this
true.
time.
Okay, so once again, I've got my little drop, I've got my small bead, I've got my second lady with a scarf. I'm gonna just slide that up my link into the loop. And then hold across my loop, and then I'm gonna wrap. Yes, Heather did make the right size bracelets today, which is super, super exciting. Oh God, it's always so frustrating, and I'm sure everyone out there has done this, where you're under a tight deadline, and you know, you don't really have any time to spare, and then you make some kind of just, you know, mind-bendingly colossal error, and you have to go back and redo. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my little cheers segment, and so that's gonna be this linked onto the chain, this linked onto this, and then the cheers heart at the bottom. Why in the world is Mandy calling me when she knows I'm on stream? Like, of all the people who, I mean, granted, it is 7 o'clock.
Maybe
and
she wants to be on stream with you?
I mean, is she standing at the door?
No.
Okay, then she can leave a message and I'll get back to her. I mean, granted, it is 7:01, and so I should be off stream by now, but she also knows that I'm not a timely person. I mean, I'm more timely than her, but still. Maybe she does think I'm always on time just because I'm more timely than she is. I'm just less tardy.
Or maybe she thinks you haven't started yet because it's not 7:30 and that's when the sale starts. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Not tonight. We don't have a sale tonight, but
We don't have a sale tonight.
I'm just trying to come up with Mandy brain reasons.
Right?
I'm doing my best.
I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty... I mean, there's
It's an
a lot,
amazing brain.
Yeah, it's an amazing brain. There's a lot going on there, but trying to sometimes figure out how it works is difficult.
I wouldn't want anyone to try to figure out my brain either. So,
Fair. All right, so there's that. Second loop. Like so. Cross. And wrap. I'm not linking this one onto anything because I'm going to link the next link that I make onto it. Also, to be fair, I might have been done more on time had I not chosen to make 2 of these simultaneously on the air.
then you were interrupted by sparkler candles.
And then I was interrupted by sad sparkler candles.
And Heather, who couldn't even sing because she was laughing so hard she started in the wrong key.
Oh, so in my lesson today we did research Happy Birthday, the history of Happy Birthday, which I'm sure some of you out there know, and Heather probably knows.
The song?
Yes.
Yes.
So Happy Birthday, the melody of Happy Birthday was actually a greeting song, a teacher greeting song, and it was written in the late 1800s, I believe, the 80s or 90s, by a woman whose name I can't remember, but she lived in Lexington, Kentucky. And then the first known usage of the Happy Birthday to You lyrics that was recorded happened somewhere around 1919. But I think it's pretty cool that one of the most well-known songs in the country, and probably not in the world, but in the U.S., was written by a woman in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And, you know, a time when women weren't... I mean, the 1890s was a better time for women than a lot of, you know, times before that, but it still wasn't exactly, you know...
I mean, we're still not quite there yet.
We're still not quite there yet. So yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Also, my students, jokingly, we were trying to decide on a playlist, and Molly suggested that there was probably a channel on Pandora that just played Happy Birthday over and over, different versions of it,
Probably.
And I told her if that happened, I would have to just
Run
run screaming from the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no thank you.
Yeah.
And she had just asked me what I would like to listen to, and since I was, of course, the person who was hired to teach these two lovely women, my typical response in that situation is whatever you want to listen to. And then she pulled out the happy birthday, and I was like, I changed
Nope.
my response. Anything but that. Literally anything. I will take cats meowing Christmas carols over an endless loop of happy birthday.
I'm still not sure I would do that.
I would. That's okay. You can have your own opinions on your own birthday about what you would rather listen to than a loop of happy birthday. What terrible thing you would rather listen to than an endless loop of happy birthday.
Well, this year I will not be working on my birthday because it's a Sunday.
Okay, well, I didn't say you had to be at work. I just said that on that day you are allowed to form your opinion. Okay, so those are my 3 little tassel bits. So now I'm going to go ahead and just throw the face cam on so I can get through this one a little faster, because this is not the best angle for me, especially since my eyes done got old over the past several months. Once again, with no warning and definitely no permission from the rest of me, did give to my eyes to get old, and yet they did it. So yeah, welcome to presbyopia, which is a great word. It's a terrible word. And apparently the translation is literally old eyes, which is just not flattering.
It's better than sad eyes.
Well, yeah, but couldn't they have come up with something else, like, diffuse lighting eyes, or, soft filter eyes?
I don't know if they knew much about soft filter back when they named presbyopia.
I think you're wrong.
You think so?
I do.
You want to fight about it?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't either. It's too much energy that I don't have.
Alright, so I'm just repeating exactly. And why did I decide to make 2 of these on stream? It's because this is kind of a frivolous little project. It's something I want to do for my 2 clients to show them how much I appreciate them. But in the just mad crush of everything else that we have to do, this is something that probably I would not sit down and find the time to do, which is why I'm doing 2 of them, because otherwise one of them is going to be done, and then these clients are going to show up, and I'm going to be like, oh dear.
You can timeshare this one.
Exactly. I made you both a thing that you can share that's not in multiple parts.
Even though one of you sometimes lives states away from here.
Yeah. So that is the logic, sketchy as it is, behind making 2, is it's going to take me probably 15 minutes longer on stream, but hey, I usually run 15 minutes late on stream anyway, or more, and then they will both be done, and I don't need to worry about them. But the good news is, once I get all of this tassel stuff done, then it's just going to be time to put them all together. Yay! Oh, and for anybody who is missing my normal weather report from Dallas, shockingly, it was hot and sunny today.
Yeah.
I know, you're all surprised.
The next to the church neighbor was watering his plants when I walked by, and he turned off the sprinkler thing, and I got up to him and said, I almost want to ask for a spray.
Fair. Totally fair.
He said, and here I was trying not to spray. Well, stop that.
Right, exactly. Don't you know I don't know how, it actually, and this is a horrible thing, but it's actually been a mild summer somewhat. I mean, not like that one summer where it was 105 degrees after dark. Like
All night
long. I mean, there was something stupid like 10 or 11 days where it never got below 100. That was a number of years ago.
It was over a month.
Okay, it was awful is what it was.
Yeah.
So,
And in my eyes, it was like a year and a half.
so this summer by comparison really isn't not that bad.
It's true.
Have we even topped 100 yet? Because I don't think we
I
have.
don't think we have technically.
Which
I mean,
is,
feels like
is different, but like for
Yeah.
ambient temperature, I don't think we've topped 100.
I don't think so
And
either.
that is actually not normal for
No.
Texas in July. That's not normal for Texas in June.
That's not normal for Texas in April sometimes, so yeah.
So yay, mild summer, but it's still hot.
Yeah. You know what? I would still undergo a hot summer in favor of not having all the terrible climate issues we are having.
Right. Well,
I would
yeah.
trade that any day. I hate it, but I would do it. Please, please, world, let us do that.
I think most of the world would actually be okay with us,
Yeah,
reducing our carbon footprint.
yeah.
Certain other parties that aren't. Like all the people making money off of our giant carbon footprint.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is not going to be a soapbox stream.
No.
Partly because it's almost over, but also partly because, again, don't have the energy tonight
No.
for that. Okay, so my little tassely bits are done. So now it's time to put this baby all together. All right, so I need a piece of 22 gauge wire that is long enough to go through my cork with a good couple of inches on either side for my wire wrapping. I'm going to start by making a lady with a scarf. I want her to be pretty reasonably sized because she's going to go inside that cone. Ta-da. And who goes first? Linda goes first. So then I'm just going to take all three of those little chain bits and 1, 2.
It was 40 days.
Oh my god, it was awful. 3. 40 days and 40 nights. Actually was 40 days and 40 nights. That's a thing.
Yep.
Okay, so that's my little tassel with my little cheers, and it is attached to my wire wrap loop. Now I'm going to go ahead and close up that loop. And this wire wrap doesn't actually have to be pretty because it's going inside of your cone. Ta-da! Trim that off. And press. Okay, so there you go. So if anybody was wondering, how do you make a little tassel of chainy bits attached to a wire, that's how you do it. Now we're going to drop our cone over it, and hopefully this... too big. Don't like it. Be right back. I need a smaller cone, so you guys hang out with Heather for a minute.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh. I always feel like I should sing when it's just me. I could. Could try again on Happy Birthday.
I'm not off. I'm not off. I'm almost there. All right, so let's try this again, see if this cone works better. That one just looked like it needed more stuff, and I'm too tired to make more stuff. So this, I think, is this one's a better fit. And this is the thing that happens sometimes with cones that have really big holes, is that my wire wrap loop is just popped completely out through my cone. So luckily I have this bead, which has a big ass hole that I think will be big enough to hide that. Hey, look at that. Drop neatly down over it. So it's interesting when you're doing things like this that are kind of like assemblage of just kind of the tricks of hiding things and making things work. It's not always as easy as you might think. All right, and then this is a cap, and that's going to go on the bottom of my cork. So I'm going to add my cork, and I'm treating my cork in this instance just like a bead. I mean, I drilled a hole in it. I essentially did make a cork into a bead. Put my other cap on top, like so, and then I'm going to put one bead on just as kind of a, you know, button on top. I'll do a blue one because this one's the water one. All right, and then one more lady with a scarf onto that split ring that I had Heather grab for me. So lady with a scarf, that split ring. So this is essentially just the very, very mini version of a key ring. And we're just gonna slide that into my loop, hold across my loop, and wrap. And this here is a case for maybe using 20 gauge wire to do this, just this part of it, because it is a little wobbly. I may or may not redo that. We'll see. The good news is, even if I do decide to redo that, all of the tough work is done down here, so I really just have to clip this, take everything off, and then just rethread it in the right order with a heavier piece of wire. And then we're going to grab our actual key ring and just separate it and put our split ring on there like so, and then just move that around. And there you go. That's one. It's a little long for a keychain, but I'm pretty sure that these ladies probably aren't going to use them for their keys anywhere. They're probably going to wind up as bag charms or something like that. So it turned out pretty cute, I have to say. All right, let's put together the other one. No, you can't see. I'll show you at the end. Okay. All right, I'm going to put together the other one. Just grab some 22 gauge wire and same. Make them identical. It's like, you know, when you're making for siblings, you don't want one thing to be too different from the other. All right, so I've got my lady with the scarf. I'm going to grab my 3 chains, little bead pieces. I'm going to go 1. And I am putting, there is actually some merit to, you know, putting these on in the correct order, where I have a short one, a long one, and another short one. You know, they are going to sort of wiggle around and such, but it's always good to just start with them in the right order, because then they're going to want to stay in the proper order. Oh, these would be fun fan pulls, especially in a kitchen, or if you, would be a great fan pull in a wine cellar. Hi, Smee! Thank you for the happy birthday. Amy got to drive to Houston, so that is why she's not here in the store with us today. It's okay, I wasn't here much today either, Amy, and now you can see my kimono on the stream. See? However, even though I love this kimono, this was a birthday present and it's fabulous. However, it will not stay on my shoulders for anything, so I actually took some pin magnets that you would use like to make an actual, you know, pin, and so you would take, you know, this bit here and peel it off, stick something on there, and then it's actually like a, you know, used for a name badge or whatever. And so I grabbed two pair of those, and using them to stick my kimono to my shirt so it doesn't fall off.
So smart.
Which I was actually pretty happy with that fix.
Yeah,
because it's
brilliant.
very delicate. It's rayon, not soap, but I was definitely concerned about putting pins in it. So there's your bonus female wardrobe hack of the day for anybody out there who needed it. ASO, I know that you certainly needed to know how to keep your kimono
But if
on
any
your
of
shoulders.
Asa's wraps start falling off his shoulders, and he doesn't want them to, now he knows how to.
Exactly. Magnets. It's all about magnets. Or something. Okay, so now I'm just stacking everything up. And I'm, like I said, I'm making this one exactly the same, except in the fire colors. So we've got our cone, and then our big whole bead, and then our cap, and then our champagne cork, and then our other cap, and then one bead on top, orange one. And then our last lady with a stop. Ah, that's true. You never do know what's going to be on OnlyFans. Alright, so that's my lady with the scarf. I'm going to grab my other split ring. D. And fold across and wrap. All the way down until you get to that bead and then trim. Alright, and that's it, except for this. And that's really it. I'm just going to feed that on the keychain. And ta-da! Yay!
So cute!
Alright, so that's it. That was our Freeform Friday. A silly, fun little tutorial. I don't know. Do you think it could be earrings? I feel like they could be earrings.
They could be earrings. You might want to take off
The split rings?
Mhm.
Fair. So, thank you all so much for... Oh, Amy, are you in Houston now? Did you made it? If so, that's awesome. Drive safely home. Yeah, so thank you all for hanging out with us this evening on the Beading Dreams Freeform Friday stream for our silly little champagne cork keychains. For anybody out there who doesn't know me, I'm Allison from Beading Dreams in Dallas, Texas. We are an actual brick and mortar retail bead store, and we are here on Lovers Lane in Dallas, open for business Monday through Saturday from 1 to 6. Cheers to that.
Oh, goodness. That's awesome.
For anybody who is not local in Dallas, of course, you can find us on this channel, twitch.tv/Beading Dream, 5 times a week with complimentary tutorials. We do stream Wednesday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, plus Thursdays at noon, and of course, we do live merchandise sales every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. That's going to do it for Heather and I this evening. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, taking your time to support some small businesses. Right now, we all really do need it more than ever. So cheers to each and every one of you with our, thank you, Amy, with our champagne cork keychains, and we'll see you all back on this channel, twitch.tv/Beading Dream, tomorrow at 6 p.m. for, did I put it up? I don't think I put, oh, I did. For our peekaboo earrings. This is going to be alcohol inks on metal. Once again, I need to make sure that I don't wear white or...
Don't wear white, wear gloves.
Don't wear white, do wear gloves. Words to live by when you're working with alcohol inks. So, good night, everybody. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you all back on this channel, twitch.tv/Beading Dream tomorrow at 6.